In this exercise, we're going to write a JavaScript function to check for misspelled words. In this particular case, we're going to be looking for I before E after C words, such as deceive and receive, that are spelled C-I-E instead of C-E-I. So you see right here I have our little label for C-I-E words. We're going to use a regular expression literal for this particular example. So I've already written out most of the JavaScript, certainly the HTML. So you'll see that I have a text field and a button. The button, once clicked, will call a JavaScript function check spelling, which is where our regular expression is going to be. So let's write the definition for that now. The argument text will come from the text box when the user clicks the button. So the first thing we do is create our regular expression object. We'll call it pattern, and our regular expression within the slash delimiters is CIE. That's the pattern that we're looking for. The string we're going to check is the text argument, but I'm going to go ahead and put that in another variable just to make each step explicit. And then all we're going to do here is test for the occurrence of CIE in words that should be CEI. And if we find an occurrence, then we're just going to pop up an alert box. And if we don't find an occurrence, then we'll pop up an alert box indicating that. So nothing too elaborate here as we just get started. So that finishes up the function definition. And so now we're ready to test our little program. So let's save the file, open a command prompt, and then we'll just run it directly. So we load the program. So let's try a couple. And the alert box pops up that says it found CIE in the target string. Let's fix the spelling on those two words. And you'll see that it says CIE not found. To bring the code back up, all we're doing in this particular example is testing to see if the pattern is found in the string. What we'll be doing later on in the course is actually looking at how we can fix those problems by doing text replacement. At this point, I didn't want to introduce you to more technology than you need to see to get started. The idea of this first chapter is just to demonstrate how to evaluate regular expressions in each of the different languages that we use in the course. In future chapters, we'll get much more sophisticated in what we do with our regular expressions rather than just look to see if a pattern exists. But for this exercise, this is very appropriate, just to demonstrate how we can call a JavaScript function, and within that JavaScript function have a regular expression that we can test or search for inside a string passed to it from a form, which is a very classic use of JavaScript. So that wraps up this first exercise, and we're going to move on to the second exercise where we're going to look at another spelling check example, this time using C#.